Elliot Crane barely glanced at the name tag on her apron before his eyes dropped to her scuffed shoes. He smirked. To Elliot, the woman standing at his table wasn't a person. She was background noise, a prop in the performance of his wealth. He believed money gave him authority, intelligence, and the right to humiliate anyone beneath him. He was wrong. It was Friday night, the peak of the dinner rush. She'd been on her feet for 9 hours. Her shoes were cheap, her smile professional, her body running on caffeine and willpower. To the guests, Clara was invisible, the hand that poured wine, the voice that recited specials. They didn't know that 3 years earlier she'd been a doctoral fellow in linguistics at the University of Lyon. They didn't know she'd walked away from academia overnight when her father suffered a massive stroke. They didn't know that every tip she earned went to keeping him in a proper care facility. Table 1, her manager hissed. VIP, don't mess this up. Elliot Crane arrived like he owned the place. Tailored suit, expensive watch. A face practiced in condescension. His date, Natalie, followed behind him, elegant, quiet, uncomfortable. Clara approached the table calmly. Good evening. My name is Clara. I'll be taking care of you tonight. Elliot didn't look up. Sparkling water, he said. And bring the real wine list, not the tourist one. Natalie smiled apologetically. Still water for me, please. As Clara turned to leave, Elliot stopped her. Make sure the glass is clean, he said loudly. Last time the service here was disappointing. Clara nodded. Of course, sir. When she returned with their wine, Elliot swirled the glass theatrically. It's corked, he announced. Clara knew it wasn't. She'd checked it herself. I believe the wine is sound, she said gently. It may just need a moment to breathe. Elliot slammed his hand on the table. Are you arguing with me? The room went quiet. I don't need a waitress explaining Bordeaux, he sneered. Do you even speak French? Natalie shifted uncomfortably. Elliot, please. He smiled, enjoying the attention. Let's see, he said, switching into an exaggerated, archaic French dialect. Tell the chef I want the duck crispy like glass and a wine that doesn't taste like vinegar. Or is that too fast for you? He leaned back, smug, waiting for confusion. Clara didn't flinch. She stood still, hands folded, eyes steady. Then she spoke. Her French was flawless. Not casual, not rehearsed. It was precise, elegant, unmistakably academic, the kind spoken in lecture halls, not tourist cafes. She corrected his grammar calmly. Not cruelly, precisely. She explained the wine's structure, its tannins, its age, and then politely suggested a simpler option if his palate preferred something less complex. The table froze. Elliot's smile collapsed. He understood just enough to know he'd been dismantled. A soft laugh escaped Natalie before she could stop it. Clara switched back to English smoothly. I'll place your order, sir. She walked away without rushing. Minutes later, Elliot accused her of stealing his credit card. The accusation echoed through the dining room. Clara stood her ground. Then a man from a nearby table rose, Henry Valois, a quiet patron who'd been listening all evening. He spoke calmly. Check your jacket pocket, Elliot did. The card was there. Silence fell like a curtain. Natalie stood up. I'm done, she said quietly. I won't stay with someone who treats people this way. She left. Elliot stormed out alone. Later that night, Henry approached Clara. He knew her work. Her research. He sat on the board of a global cultural foundation. You shouldn't be carrying plates, he said kindly. You should be shaping knowledge. 6 months later, Clara Monroe sat in a sunlit archive, directing linguistic research that mattered. Her father spoke her name again, and Elliot Crane? He never learned that real power doesn't come from money. It comes from dignity,